Hey the YouTube, this is Gundu73 with another episode of Knife Talk, and today we're going to be talking about small versus large knives. This is basically, I think this was requested by 5x5.6mm, and basically I just asked him for some ideas, and he gave me this. So I thought it was good, so I'm going to run with it. Small versus big. Well, basically, I have a few knives here. I have my Tilt, small Sebenza, Paramilitary 2, small Sebenza, and Buck 305 Lancer. Now these are all from big to small, obviously. Now with the Tilt, you get a very large knife. Overall, this is 9.5 inches long, which is pretty big, but you only get a 3.5 inch cutting edge, which is kind of small. The main thing for me, and I think for most people as well, is when you buy a large knife, like a large folding knife, you're not really buying it for the extra blade, you're getting it for the extra handle. I have large hands. The 5.5 inch handle on the Tilt is great. I get great purchase. The choil gives me more options for holding the knife, and that's why I like carrying the Tilt, because I have all this handle to use. The Para 2 here is a hair smaller. I'm not sure how long it is overall, but it's not 9.5. Might be around 8. Holding it normally, I get a full grip, but there's just less handle. I can't really choke as far back on the knife if I had to, but still, that blade is more than enough. If you can't get your EDC done with 3.5 inch blade, you got problems, really. I mean, if you need anything larger than this, absolutely need it, you have to reevaluate your EDC. You have these small 3-inch knives like the Sebenza, and I always think to myself, well, this knife is so awesome. And even with this much blade and handle, honestly, this is more than enough for basic utility. Now, I'm not talking self-defense or anything like that, or, if you just want a larger knife. But if you just want pure utility, something like this will get the job done. This will open your boxes, this will cut tape and plastic and everything else you need. This will do it. That's just how it is. I mean, prove me wrong. If you can't get your EDC done with this, the 3-inch blade, I don't know what to say. And that brings me to the smallest of the small here. Just open off camera. This is a Buck 305 Lancer. It's a very itty bitty knife. It has a 1 7/8 inch blade, I think. This is almost too small. I mean, I do use this like as a sort of, I keep this in my jacket most often. And if I'm around people I might scare with something larger, I usually pull this out. This is great for just making a small precision cut if you have to open something small, but this isn't going to be doing a whole lot of work. It's just too small. I wouldn't just EDC this if I had a choice. And then the very small, this is more of a joke, but it's actually a functioning automatic knife. I think this is under a 1-inch blade with an even smaller cutting edge. It is insanely small. I mean, compare this to the size of my hand. I mean, it's tiny. Been wanting to show this in video for a long time. How often do you see an automatic that small? So, it's odd. It has an odd way of, the lock on this. You have to pull this leaf up in the back. But the deployment is very fast, pops right out. So this is really small. I mean, it's about as long open as the Lancer is closed. But I mean, really, for EDC purposes, if you're just carrying a knife for utility, you really don't need big, huge 4-inch knife. You don't need it. You don't even need this. This is probably as small as I would go if I'm carrying one knife. But of course, I mean, if I'm in a place like, say, Chicago, where you can't carry, I think the max limit in Chicago is 2.5 inches. This would be illegal, so I'd have to carry something smaller by law. If it's by choice, this is as small as I will go. So, thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed that. If you have any requests, feel free to let me know. Take it easy, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.